Hello and welcome back. In this class, we will dive into the details of the TOEFL exam, focusing on its scoring system. You'll learn what your individual score means and what it says about your proficiency in English, as well as what score you need to enter into a master's program at an American university. We'll also discuss how you'll be graded in each of the 4 sections of the exam. By the end of this class, you'll have a better understanding of what to expect from the TOEFL exam and what's expected of you. When you see your test score for the first time, you'll likely be either overcome with joy or disappointed. However, there are several things to keep in mind. First, the TOEFL score itself does not represent a pass or a fail. The exam is graded out of 120 points, and each of the 4 sections, reading, writing, listening, and speaking, is worth 30 points. Different universities and companies in English-speaking countries have their own minimum score requirements. Your score reflects your proficiency in English, with scores of 95 and above indicating a C1 or advanced English level, scores between 74 and 95 equaling B2 or intermediate level, and scores between 42 and 75 equaling B1 or lower intermediate level. Therefore, it's essential to check the individual requirements of the schools you want to attend before taking the exam. American universities, especially Ivy League schools like Harvard, Yale, and Princeton, often require scores above 100. For example, a score of 80 out of 120 is the most common requirement. If you're attending a master's program, they may require a score of anywhere between 95 and 110. Knowing what your goal is before studying for the test is critical. Now, let's discuss the individual sections of the test. The reading section involves reading 3 or 4 passages and answering 13 or 14 multiple choice questions for each passage, which should take 55 to 75 minutes to complete. The reading section will be based on the total number of questions you answer correctly. You'll receive a point for each correct answer, and your final score will be converted to a mark out of 30 using a conversion table created by ETS. In the listening section, you'll hear between 5 and 7 audio passages and answer 6 questions for each lecture and 5 questions for each conversation. The duration of the listening is anywhere between 40 to 60 minutes. The score you receive in this section is based on the total number of questions you answer correctly, which is also known as the raw score. This score will be converted to your final score using the conversion table created by ETS. The speaking section is graded differently from the reading and listening sections. There are 4 questions, 1 opinion-based and 3 fact-based questions. Your score will be based on the average of all 4 questions. Each question will be scored out of 4 points, and the average will also be out of 4. This average score will then be converted to a final score of 30 points using the conversion table created by ETS. When grading your responses, ETS will consider several factors, including whether you've fully answered the question, your grammar, and your vocabulary. In summary, the TOEFL exam is designed to help students enter universities in countries like Canada or the United States. Knowing what score you need to achieve and how the exam is graded can help you better prepare and achieve your goals.